Yes, good evening, good evening, good evening. You know the vibes. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I'm the source. Top of the evening. I'm not gonna try to stay on that long, but it is fight week. A lot of hot topics. Um, a lot of stuff to really discuss. A lot of stuff to discuss. A lot going on. You have the undercard media workout today. Um, Just overall a lot going on. Jamel Charlo finally arrived. Uh, so much to talk about, and so little time. So little time, right? But I say that to say this. The thing that I am going to talk about right now is what is trending on Twitter. Um, Trying to get a little bit more active on Twitter. Start learning how to troll more on Twitter, right? Um, so Earl Spence is being reported. It is being reported via Twitter. Let me pull it up so I get it right. Via Twitter, Keith Eidick, right? Mr. Keith Eidick of the boxing scene. Is Keith Eidick of the boxing scene? Is he? I follow the boxing scene. He would prefer the rematch at 154. But the winner controls where the rematch will be fought at. I said that to say this. Today, we see Earl Spence, grouchy, grumpy, grumpy bear, at the media workout, the undercard media workout, and he was in the Jake LaMotta, aka the wife beater, and the fans, because this was an open media workout, the fans called him a goldfish. And, he's grouchy, he's grumpy. So he lashed out at the fans and said he's the biggest. Well, maybe if you wasn't the biggest, and I mean weight-wise right now, you wouldn't be so grouchy and grumpy. Now, I know some of this content is going to offend you Earl Spence fans, fanatics, worshipers. So I suggest you exit out. I titled this boooty. I didn't put the J on the end because I was trying to be a sportsman about it. But boooty J. That is the hairstyle that he used to rock. The booty, right? Was acting a little booty today with the fans. Now I say, do we hold him accountable? Because he is trying to cut weight. 147 is killing him right now. It is Wednesday. They have the press conference tomorrow. Man, it's a hard weight cut when you got to do all of these activities. So maybe that's why boooty J was a little grumpy. But maybe, just maybe, I think this is going to be in the last edition, or maybe it was in this edition. I haven't been watching. I've been, watching The Godfather of Harlem. So I really haven't been on regular cable TV. But I did notice that, I think in All Access, I don't know if they aired this one yet, but remember he went paintball gunning with his friends. Maybe had he not went paintball gunning and he was running, paintball gunning, but instead he chose not to be running, he wouldn't be having to run now and cut weight and get upset when the fans call him a goldfish. You know, he wouldn't get upset. But he is upset. Shout out to my guy, original Source Talk podcast member, executive producer of the Source, NYT in the building. Yes, boooty. Is a little grouchy. He's a little grumpy. But where was that grumpiness, right? You didn't have that energy for Mike. You know? Shout out to Mike Tyson, real New Yorker. Brownsville, never ran, never will. Where was that energy at for my man Mike? When Mike told you to your face that you was a poor sportsman. And shout out to WCS for covering that. Fire content. I'm just piggyback off of it right now. But you notice how I shouted and I cited WCS. I wish more content creators would do that. You know, a lot of these content creators, you know, they're lazy. They don't like to put in no work. One, they don't like to cite people when they run with their stuff. Two, and three, they're looking for a handout. And then when they don't get none of the three that I said, a layup, an alley-oop, what do? They get grumpy like boooty. See, this podcast tonight is about being grumpy because we're watching a fighter, the biggest fight in boxing, struggling to make weight. Now, will this affect the outcome of the fight? We'll find out Saturday night. But it is Wednesday. I'm going into Thursday. Tomorrow is the press conference. And I know some people want to say he looked at 152. No, he's bigger than that. He's bigger than that. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry, man. I'm sorry, you know. I'm sorry to inform you guys that, man. I know you want him to be 152, 150-ish. No, he's bigger than that. Way bigger than that. I don't know why he came out in that wife beater. You know, he should have been moving how he been moving. He should have had on a strap season tee. You know, he should have had on a strap season tee. But it's never a good sign when Monday and Tuesday you're releasing content or footage of you running Mount Charles and stuff. It's never good to see you on Tuesday morning running again, this time all blacked out with sweatsuits on. It's never a good showing to see that. Am I a casual for saying this? Feel free to answer, man. You know, I got tough skin over here, man. Not only do I have tough skin, I have receipts, man. I have receipts, man. And the hard thing about my receipts is, right, guys love to comment on certain content that I drop. But then when I drop the receipts, right, you guys don't want to comment. Like my video, I dropped a fire video today, man. Shout out to Jihad, man. Jihad released a little bit of content today, and I took it and put on the Source because I remember that moment in the fight. And I was like, wow, I remember this moment. See, when you actually do things in boxing and then you see them, you can recollect. Pause, right? So in this footage, you know, shooting ringside, which I do, occasion or two, you know. In this particular clip, the fighters are engaging. And like I said, I'm in the corner. I'm not a corner man because I'm a photographer, but I'm in the corner, ringside, and I noticed Jihad. I noticed his opponent. I'm a casual, but you know, I be in the gyms. I, you know, be around fighters and coaches and trainers and guys like that. You pick up certain things. So I said, over the top. And Jihad kind of glanced over at me and shrugged me off like, I got you, I got you. And what do you know? Next punch, over the top. Boom, boom. Man. But when I posted this, after being called a casual, all kind of stuff, they ain't getting no comments. Why is that? Why is that? But when I do post about boooty, and I give my opinion, which I am entitled to do, right? You guys want to comment, not on my opinion. But you see how I'm tying all this together? Boooty. You want to comment on how I look. And boooty. Respectfully, I don't look at men. I don't do this. Why are you guys looking at me like this, man? Shout out to Demetrius Andrade. I remember many years back at the Barclays Center when he told the Charlo brother that is on scene right now, Jamel, hey, why are you looking me up and down like that? Like, I want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Why are you looking at me like that? Sizing me up like that, man. So maybe, and I noticed, boooty. Maybe that's what it is, man. You guys are booty, respectfully. But like I said, I don't go that route. That's not me. You know, that's not my cup of tea. But it is hump day. Tomorrow is Thursday. I'm eager to see this press conference, man. I'm eager to see how Grumpy handles it, man. You know, it got to be rough, man. You know, you got to hit the scales and all that, man. That's not a good sign, man. Now, can I ask y'all this, man? Because it's y'all in here, and I appreciate y'all in here. Hopefully, my lights is up, and y'all listening. So, can somebody please feel free to comment to me a casual? Is this a good sign? Is this a good sign, man? This being the biggest fight in boxing, this is not his first rodeo, right? Is that a good word to use? This isn't his first rodeo. But is this a good sign that, you know, he's still trying to cut weight this late? Because Friday they touched the scales, man. Is this a good sign? Because I'm a casual. I don't know. Is it? Is it a good sign? Please inform me. Inform me. Is it a good sign? I want to say this. All right. Since nobody is commenting, I want to say this, right? I remember covering the fight as a casual fan. You know, I got to say that as a casual fan, right? Because I know right now I'm blogging, speaking about boxing. But I do cover fights on occasion, you know. So I remember covering this fight. I think World Combat Sports was there as well. And Shakur Stevenson, it was the day of the weigh-ins. And I remember Shakur Stevenson, we was at the Pine Tree in Newark. That was the host hotel. We was on that card. It was a Friday night card. So the weigh-in was Thursday. Early week now, Thursday. And I can remember Shakur Stevenson fully suited up, coming off the elevator, going to the gym, fully suited. And I said, I don't think this is good. Today is the weigh-in. He's fully suited up. He's cutting weight. And so happened I was right. As a casual, I was right. Because that was the day, the next day when he touched the scales, or the same day, he was over. That's when he vacated the titles on the scale because he was dry. He couldn't cut no more weight. Now, I only say that to say this. As a casual, somebody that covers fights, that's around this. Maybe the big fish going off of the tweets that he was going on Twitter saying that he wants to fight at 154 to rematch if he's successful. Maybe his body is telling him you can't get the weight off. It's not coming off. It's just not going to happen. Maybe the things that he has done in the past in Texas, he can't do in Vegas. Maybe some of the things that he has done outside of the ring, the alcohol, the partying, maybe it has caught up to boooty. And his body, what is he, 32 now, right? 30 something? Maybe his body is not responding the way it used to. You know, but what do I know? I'm just a casual. But like I said, sometimes, you know, you outgrow things. Not only do you outgrow things, when you put substances in your body and you are getting older, the body doesn't respond the same. Shout out to Carlos in the building. Appreciate you, my guy, for coming through, catching some of this sauce. But yeah, so maybe his body is telling him, you know, all of those shot. I'm talking about not shots. You know, I know, you know how he used to give it up. I'm talking about shot. Maybe all those shots have caught up. Maybe all of those late nights hanging out with the guys has caught up. And it's hard to play catch up when your body doesn't want to give it up. So maybe that's what's going on, you know. But I wish some of these Spence insiders, you know, these other content creators that have access to them would be reporting the news, right? Instead of getting mad at guys that come on their channels and speak on these things, right? We speak on these things, man. But then when we speak on these things and we publish our work, you guys get upset because all we are doing is going off of what is being reported, what we are seeing. Like this whole live, I've been on close to 19, 20 minutes now. I didn't get on here and speculate nothing. I called him boooty. He used to rock the booty hairstyle. He has stated this. So is this me hating? Or is this me reporting what is being said and put out there? The shag is not the shag. It's called the booty. He rocked the booty on the back of his head. Boooty, right? He is reporting that he wants to rematch at 154. This fight is scheduled at 147. Is this me hating again? Or is this me reporting what is being said and what the business is? Do you guys catch that? The business. This fight is not at 154. Maybe if this fight was at 154, he would be able to make the weight. Yes, but shout out to EXO. No, not EXO. Yo, see, you start shit, Fight World. Ayo, it's Ayo. EXO was the drink that he probably was drinking. That's why his body's not responding the way it is. But Ayo on the rocks. Yeah, she just did that one piece, and that was about it. That one interview where his tell-all. Remember, that was his tell-all, right? You know, that was his tell-all. Shout out to my good guy in the building, me, SK Beats. He says, you're not hating. Man, I know I'm not hating, but I got to have fun. You know, that's what they want to depict me. That's what they want to call me, a hater. I was mad. I'm not a hater, man. You know what I really am in real life? I am somebody that can make a phone call for a fighter. I am a media marketing agent. I am a blogger. I am a father. I am a husband. I am a heavy equipment operator. But when I talk boxing and I speak some of my experience on YouTube, they want to call me a casual. But I guarantee you, half of these brothers and sisters and others calling me a casual don't have a quarter of the resume as a photographer. Look, I didn't even say as a reporter, as a photographer that I have. And I just picked up photography. It's hard to do the shit that I did as a reporter with the interviews. I wouldn't even do that to y'all, man. Because when I talk to brothers about that, you know, and shit, and I'll be like, yo, you gotta get out there and do it. They can't do it, right? You know, the first excuse they give me, I'm not media. If you're not media, why do you talk boxing? Why do you talk boxing? Why do you talk boxing if you're not media? What you're a fan? So don't get mad at the source when I say you're not a real fan. Because if you're a real fan of boxing and people that do what you claim to like you don't fuck with, that doesn't make you a fan. What does that make you? A goldfish. A guppy. A e-booty. You know? And I've been telling you about e-booty. See how I'm tying this together? And before your eyes, it's playing out. The biggest fight of his career. Mike Tyson put him on blast. Poor sportsmanship. You can slice that up. He's a hater. Are you a hater? Poor sportsmanship. Let's do the Ebonic terms now. If you have poor sportsmanship, isn't that considered hating? You're a hater. You're jealous, right? Ebonics. Now let's use Ebonics. Mike Tyson is on record telling me that's poor sportsmanship. You're a hater. Shout out to Coach Malachi. Coach Malachi said arrogant. He used a good word as arrogant. They look down on people. This whole build up to this fight, they look down on Crawford. Him and his team, his coach, who I'm on record to saying he's an asshole. Yes, I'll say it again. Derek James is an asshole. Real talk. I will tell him to his face this. And he knows it. He won't say shit. And he knows I have the receipts. You're an asshole. But I don't have to do these things no more because my people are doing these things for me now. And you're not saying shit to them. You know why you're not? Because you're a goldfish. You're a coward. See, it's cool to bully people that you could bully. It's cool to blackball people that you could blackball. Why you ain't say that to Mike? Huh? Why you ain't say that to Mike? Mike punked you. Why you ain't tell Mike that? Oh, I'm hating now. No, you're e-booty. You're e-booty. But you see how you jumped on the fans for calling you a goldfish. I ain't no. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And Saturday night, you better live up to all the hype that you've been speaking on. But I noticed that kind of tone has changed. You know? The closer this fight is getting, it not sound like a one-sided ass whooping no more. Oh, y'all forgot about that, right? But I'm hating. I'm a casual. No, I just call out what I see. You know, leading up to this fight, it was going to be a one-sided ass whooping. It was going to be a bud pack. You was going to smoke a bud pack. Now, you doing what you always do. You're a follower. You don't have your own snaz. You don't have your own style. Now, since this man is on record saying he's going to have a fish fry, you're going to have a crawfish boil. No, stick to what you said, man. You're Jamaican. You smoke weed. We want the bud pack. We want the bud pack. We don't want a crawfish bowl. We're going to a fish fry. You're the big fish. Now you want to have a crawfish boil? No. We want to see you be the yard man, the Jamaican. Smoke your bud. You know? So am I hating again for pointing these things out? Am I hating again? Or am I just giving y'all the real, the business? Because these are the things that he said. And these are the things that his goofy, respectfully, idol worshipers were going crazy over. You know, they were buying the shirts. They was, oh, the butt pack. We going to be butt pack. We want to be butt pack. Man, EJ gonna break him. EJ was gonna break himself trying to make weight. Why you not talking about that? You know EJ gonna break him. He's gonna get his eye. You gonna have eyeball soup. You gonna have some gumbo soup. Are you smoking the bud pack? Which one is it? And this is not even being petty, but speaking of eyes, can you see out your right side of your eye? You know, are you gonna walk into one of Crawford's shots the way you walked into the mid work with Derrick James and he bust you upside your head? Why didn't he bust Ryan Garcia upside the head? They was doing the mitts. Maybe Ryan seen it. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. We're gonna find out Saturday night. Boooty. I'm glad you outgrown that cut. You know, glad you outgrown that cut because you had your fans. Oh, the brother with the shag. Oh, the brother with the shag. No, the brother with the booty. That's called a booty. There ain't no shag. Up here, you know what we call that up here? We call that the Joe Dirt, the mullet. You had a mullet, my nigga. That's a mullet. Word. That's a mullet, man. Mike Tyson was claiming you, man. But then you see, we got other brothers, they ain't claiming you, man. They ain't claiming you, man. You know, Mike Tyson was claiming you, man. You know? He said you was from New York, nigga. You know? Yes, he did. Listen, Boxing Scene is reporting it. Boxing Scene is reporting it, and Keith Idec. I will read you the tweet right now. Let me pull the tweet up. Because I am at the desk. I can pull the tweet up. Man, EJ's struggling, bro. He's struggling. I'll pull it up for you right now. See, the good thing about being at the desk, right? This article was published by Keith Idec Wednesday night, 8:06 Eastern Standard Time, of course. Spence on Crawford rematch. I would want it at 154 pounds. I've outgrown 147. That is obvious. It is Wednesday. You're running around in sweatsuits. You're running around like a burglar. Are you going to stick something up out there in the Vegas hills? But yes, the article reads, you know, this will be the last time Earl Spence squeezes his body down to 147 pounds. Spence informed BoxingScenes.com before he made an appearance at a open workouts Wednesday at the MGM Grand that his next fight will be contested at junior middleweight, limit of 154. The 33-year-old Spence will oppose fellow undefeated welterweight champion Terence Crawford in their highly anticipated 147-pound title unification fight Saturday night at the T-Mobile Arena. They have a rematch clauses in their contract, but Spence doesn't think he can put his body through the grueling process of making the welterweight limit again. He can't make it again. Is he going to make it this time? This is Spence now. I quote, I would want it at 154, Spence said. I have outgrown 147. This is Spence's words to the boxing scene. Keith Idec. The weight limit for the rematch will be determined by the winner. However, thus, Spence could be forced to fight Crawford at welterweight again if Crawford wins and wants the second bout to be contested at 147 pounds as well. Spence would then have to decide if avenging what would be his first professional defeat would be meaningful enough to make the physical sacrifices required to fight at welterweight again. Damn. So is this the early cop-out that he's letting us know that this weight cut is too much? He's draining himself to make the weight. I think what happened was, and other content creators is on record to saying this, he left Texas. Whatever he was doing in Texas to make the weights, because against Ugas, you didn't have this problem. Danny Garcia, you didn't have this problem. But yet, When it's time to fight Bud Crawford, you're having this problem. And boooty, you just don't add up, man. How is a guy, and I quote your man, Jordan. I quote your man, Jordan, who is doing interviews and speaking on how you are the work rate, you are in the gym. How is a guy that is always in the gym, staying in shape? This wasn't a fat camp, struggling to make the weight. Does that make sense to any of y'all that's in here? Feel free to deliver some sauce. I don't put the out there like that no more. But just feel free to type in the comments, man. I'm just giving you guys the facts that are out there. These are the things that have been put out there about this man. That he stays in the gym. This trainer, Derek, stated this at the media workout, right? That, the layoffs not helping him. No tune-ups. No tune-ups. No sense. Thank you, me, SK Beats. But this is the guy. No tune-ups. No tune-ups. But yet, the eve of the fight, you want to tell Keith Eilick, a decorated old media guy, the weight cut is killing you. How? Maybe you should have got Blu-ray back, man. Maybe you should have got Blu-ray back. I know you're with Melvin Sanders, the NFL guy. I think he trains Von Miller. You should have got Blue, man. You didn't have these problems with Blue, man. 11 straight knockouts. You was chiseled. Maybe you should have got Blue back, man. Your brother. Blue's on record saying that you're his brother. Maybe you should have got with your brother, man. Your brother knows you best. You never had these problems with Blue. Melvin Sanders, on the other hand, you flew him out. I seen him. You guys were doing the workouts with him, but this is killing you? Ah, man. It'll all be over Saturday, though, booty. It'll all be over Saturday, man. But yeah, 154. So in order to get that 154 there, booty, you best be victorious Saturday night. But if you're not, man, and I you know what, I might as well tie this in. Your boy's in town. He's the king at 154. You want to go to 154, your stablemate is the king. How's that going to work out? How is that going to work out? If you move up to 154, I know he's fighting Canelo. That's fighters at 168. If Canelo destroys him, which most likely will happen, he's still going to be the king at 154. So how is that going to work out? I know you guys are around each other right now. It's probably kind of awkward. It's been awkward, but now it's even more awkward. Because look, what you're on record as stating, I want it at 154. So you're ready to go up to his weight class now. He says, how do I think Spence looked at the arrival? He looked like he was in the hot tub. You know what the hot tub is, MK? He looked like he was in the hot tub. Epsom salt bath. He was soaking. He was soaking because he wanted that appearance that he was a little bit lighter than what he was. That is a old school trick to cut some weight real quick. He's been looking like that though. The interview that he did with that both him and Bud did, where they were saying he looked weight draining, that he probably was in the tub and got out the tub and did that interview again because he had that look. I'm not going to disclose how I know this, but for those of us that know the business, know the game, there's signs that you see. A lot of these, I'm a casual, but I'm really not a casual. But yeah, I think he looked at, like he did the quick fix. You know what I'm saying? He did the quick fix, just like again today. You know, and I think that's what took him so long to get to the arrival. They wanted him. They don't want people to panic, man. Because to be honest with you, last Thursday for his media workout, he was a full-blown middleweight, man. You know, I didn't really put out a lot of content on it because I wanted to see who else was informative, who's not super fans, who's not super deaf, dumb, and blind. I wanted to see if anybody else was gonna speak on it, you know, but they didn't. They just got programmed and talked about, oh man, he's looking. No, he was big as fuck. But you know why? You know why they didn't want to talk about it? Because that narrative would have been it would have been too hard to. Because now Bud doesn't look small. Bud looks on weight. Earl just looks like what he wants to be. Like he wants to be a junior middleweight, man. But that's what I was saying. How's that going to work out? How's that going? Your man's is the man at 154. So how is that going to work out there, E Booty? Are you guys talking about that right now? You know, how's that going to work out, man? And like I said, I seen the video with him saying it. He thinks you're going to win the 6th round. But you guys, your energy is off. He didn't believe that. He's just they're trying to do damage control right now. The whole team was there all last week. When I say the team, I mean Derek's guys, the Avengers, the Justice League. They're more the Justice League. They ain't the Avengers. You got Flash. You know, EJ referred to them as the San Antonio Spurs. Now, y'all the Justice League, man. You know, it's Flash. You know, it's a whole bunch of characters over there. But Mel wasn't a part of that last week. Mel came in today, and he was working out at the Mayweather gym with my guy, Kalo K. Juan. He was in there with Juan Guzman. Yes, Juan, the former world champion. Derek wasn't present. Derek was trying to get EJ right. Derek was running to the local CVS or Rite Aid or Dwayne Reed. He was stocking up on the Epsom salts. You know, you got to get the Epsom salt, man. Got to soak in that bath. But listen, man, I'm not going to stay on much longer. I appreciate everybody that stopped through. You know, sharing is caring. Feel free to share this, man. Because the gems that I drop over here, they do be talked about. I just don't get cited. And I want to say shout out to my man WCS for putting that guy on blast, for show me your work. That's sauce, man. See, a lot of you guys don't like to cite the source. You know why? Because I have actual receipts. And I'm not real boxing media. I want to let y'all know that, man. This is just something that I picked up along the way. You know what I am? I am a bridge. I am a lifeline. I am somebody that can make phone calls. But I happen to pick up some media equipment along the way. Happen to meet some positive brothers that gave me gems along the way. Starting with my man, who's no longer really out there on the front lines, but Dante's Boxing Nation. I remember being around him and, you know, him seeing how all of the fighters and different people knew me in the room. And he would tell me back then, like, yo, man, you be good at this, man. You know everybody. And I was like, nah, I really don't want to fuck with this. I was like, this ain't my cup of tea. Then I, played around with it a little bit. You know, the rest is history. Then I met brothers like Barbershop Conversation, who was a felonious caper, but that's a here and never there. Then I met brothers like World Combat Sports. My guy Scotty White put me on many gems of the game, watermarks and cameras. You see where we at, man. But I was really never media. Still really don't consider myself media because they don't consider me media. Like I said, I was always a bridge. I know people. I'm very well respected, contrary to what they try to tell you on this YTC, And shout out to Mike Tyson, man. Mike is always Mike, man. Sometimes you got to put, and I say, You have to be a sportsman. And sometimes it takes a savage. Because one thing about Mike, if you know Mike, Mike is a savage. Ain't too many people gonna check Mike. Ain't too many people gonna say, yo, Mike, you switched up. What do you mean? What do you mean switched up? Ain't too many people gonna tell Mike that. Mike ain't tell Mike that, man. But listen, man, y'all be good. Enjoy y'all Wednesday. Tomorrow's the press conference, man. Yo, tomorrow's the press conference. Yeah, they were saying Bud was nervous. Nervous how? Was he nervous like that Spence interview with Mike Tyson? Because you want to talk about nervous? Nervous how? Was he nervous? How Spence was nervous? I would play the clip, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. These niggas out here is reporting my channel, bro. Yo, listen, yo. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Before I close, I want y'all to catch this, right? Yo, these dudes on the internet, man, are the worst, bro. Y'all gotta stop living through the internet, man. Like, yo, get active, man. Get active. See, dudes get nervous when you start. Listen, I let the cat out the bag. Yo, this month alone, I did over 5,000 hours and counting. Right, so I guess that must have put me in a different algorithm. Yo, these niggas really started reporting my channel. I was telling WCS this the other day. I could not make comments because I stepped on this dude. He was in WCS's chat, and I remember, he was talking real spicy to me back in the day. He was a narrative pusher for them weird people over there, and I seen him. And I'm me now. I was turned up on him in the chat. And he was talking about how Jihad lost. And I had to break the game down to him. I called him out his name. I said, yo, you little soft, Mr. Softy, ice pop. I was like, you little ice cream. What are you talking about, lost? The only way a professional prize fighter really loses the fight if he doesn't get paid. But you wouldn't know nothing about that, chump. And if he didn't report me, and I couldn't make comments for about 24 hours. But me, I'll be on point. I said, damn. The only person I really got a little, turned up on was him. So it dawned on me. I said, yo, these internet rodents, because that's what y'all are. Internet rodents, internet rats, internet roaches, internet weasels. But see, at the end of the day, I understand. This is all some of you guys have is the internet. But the internet is not the real life, because once you turn this off and you go about living your real life, that's what you got to do. Like tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up, God willing. You always got to say God willing. I'm going to go operate some heavy equipment, probably give you a couple blogs. But this internet does not affect who I am. It won't. Unlike others. Others, though, I understand now. You guys live through the internet. See, one thing about living through the internet, and you take the internet deal, you got to be all in on the internet. But when you don't take the internet deal, you can really live your life as a free man. And you don't have to be grumpy or booty or jealous or unsportsmanlike. Hopefully y'all caught and enjoyed the sauce. Shout out to D-Ray. I see you snuck up in here, D-Ray. Got your fishing pole out, you're fishing. Hopefully you're ready for the fish fry. Shout out to M Means, SK Beats, and everybody else that stopped through. You know the vibes. We will close with some vintage sauce. Listen, I'm going to take it back to the Jackal Fitness days. And shout out to my Uncle Platt. Listen to what Tevin Farmer said about me. I didn't say it. He did.
Yeah. Shout out to Jackal, man. Jackal Fitness. They've been rocking for a long time, man.
Yes, baby.
They've been rocking for a long time.
Real media, baby.
Time. Salute to Tevin Farmer. That was my guy. Never too late. Tevin, another Philadelphia champion, as Cool Boy Steph lost his title. Tevin lost his title. But they can never erase what you was. A world champion. But with that being said, we're gonna close. Um, I want to give y'all a positive message, man, because they like to say I'm a hater, right? So why don't we close out with some positivity, right? Some positivity. This is the positive message right here, right? I want y'all to catch this positivity, right? Listen to this. Listen to this positivity right here, man. Positive vibes right here, man. That's all I want to give off. Is positive vibes, right? I know some of y'all might be feeling like you're up against it. You can't get it together, right? But you gotta find your niche, right? Find your niche. Find something that you could do, right? Find your niche, right? And when you find your niche, right? Sometimes you might have to get off the internet to find it. Because I notice a lot of people be on the internet. Nah, the internet is not it. Find your niche. Here's the positive vibe for you. Catch this sauce.
It only takes for you to win once. You could lose. You could lose 10 years in a row and you hit that right jug. Bam! That shit changed the goddamn game. And guess what? They gonna bow down. So I don't care how rough it's been on you. All you gotta do is hit once. Pull off that one thing in the back of your mind. You pull that off, and guess what? They gonna, oh, he a born winner. He did.